we're going to start with the Tell the Truth tape of the week. Let me see if I can pull this up effectively so that way we can actually talk about it. But George Karlaftis, I thought had a very good performance. Obviously, I've been critical of him for a lot of this year, but I noticed that he was winning some of these one-on-ones. Felt like a little bit higher rate than I had seen for the majority of this season. I thought that was a good thing because obviously we need it specifically, but he's getting paid to win those one-on-ones too. Let me see if we can. Okay, I think it's this one. All right. Hopefully it's this one. Yeah. So yeah, we can run through the George Karlaftis reps. And it's important as we go through this. Some of these reps are not necessarily going to be all that indicative for the defensive line because they had in my opinion, a junk ball type of game plan on offense. It's a lot of option plays. It was a lot of get the ball out quickly. Obviously, a lot of play action, which as they should have. And the defense did struggle specifically to some of the things on the edge and giving up some of those chunk yardage specifically to the tight ends as well. George Karlaftis, another nice win there. It just, obviously the coverage wasn't as sticky enough because Mariota got the ball out in time.
Yeah, I thought he did a good job last night of getting off the line quicker, and being more decisive about what he wants to do. I think sometimes I don't know if he tries to get in his head a little bit of what he wants to do or what his plan is actually going to be or trying different things, but he just seemed a lot more determined of I'm gonna use this move and I'm gonna get here instead of trying all these different type of techniques or whatever.
Yeah, I mean he has the power to have a very simplistic type of game plan, as you see right there.
Yeah. Right.
That's he sometimes it is a level of just keep it simple and attack that really does matter. And he's just gonna run through this Josh Connolly Jr.'s chest right here, get his hands inside, shove him aside there, get the pressure on Mariota and get the sack.
Put him on the skates, George.
Josh Conley is gonna be a good tackle in this league, but you could tell he's a rookie.
He look young, boy.
Working on Brandon Coleman here. Little root move to try and get some pressure. And again, turn the tight end loose there on the edge and ends up going for a good chunk gain.
Yeah, had him inside a lot more, especially with the depth that you kind of lost at with Omar Norman Lott. So this is a play. This is where I want his maturity to grow. You gotta finish those, man. You gotta finish those plays.
Good job here cornering quickly to get around the center, trying to block over obviously and prevent him from getting out there. But just got to finish that.
Yeah, you gotta finish that, man.
Jerry Tillery gave me Trevor Lawrence flashbacks when I saw him diving to try and get Mariota down there. One with a quick inside.
Way to close the edge off Tom. Good job.
Karlaftis over here wins with a quick inside move on Connerly. And
keep contained.
I was about to say, you said the contain portion. It's a little bit of a subtle thing here. He doesn't immediately take that gap to go all the way inside. What he does is he kind of long arms him up the field to create that depth to make sure that he doesn't escape outside and then goes inside. And that's a nice subtle thing. And obviously, Aminihu shuts off the front side.
Good job.
Mariota running all the way around, gets the ball out, which on a play which was very close. I'll give him that. But I thought that little subtle long arm up the field there after winning initially on the inside was a nice little touch to make sure you keep that contained. Again, here with the power versus the tight end, making sure that he can't on the little play action kind of slide aspect, he doesn't get all the way out to the edge. Make sure that's not available to him. And then obviously cuts inside to create the pressure, and Mariota has to get the ball out.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm kind of glad you kind of had this matchup this week because you're facing the ultimate guy that can do these types of things this upcoming week, in Josh Allen. So you're gonna have to be really keyed in on rushing with integrity and knowing that you don't have to be a superhero or anything like that. If you can get to him, get to him. But if you can't, keeping that edge and keeping that contained is ultimately what's going to be important. You rather Josh Allen stay in the pocket and try to deliver a throw than him getting on the perimeter and creating with his legs.
Definitely a rush with integrity week for sure. Not rushing for sacks, we're rushing for incompletions.
Mm-hmm.